Okay, so we're going to start by graphing this equation. F of x equals 1/2 x squared minus 2x minus 1. What form is that equation in? Standard form. So that's the ax squared plus bx plus c. So what do we need to find so we can graph in standard form? What did we learn yesterday? What has to do with ax squared and bx? What has an a and b? Oh, come on, we did it very enthusiastically. Remember this? Negative b over 2a. What is that? Negative b over 2a. The axis of symmetry. So we're going to start out by finding the axis of symmetry by doing negative b over 2a. X equals negative b over 2a. So we do negative. What is our b value? Negative 2 over 2 times. What is our a value? 1/2. How do we simplify? Negative negative 2 is 2. And 2 times 1/2 is 1. So our axis of symmetry is x equals 2. After we have our axis of symmetry, what do we find next? Vertex. How?
And you plug in the axis of symmetry for f of x.
Put it in for f of x. You put it in for x. So we do, let me write down doing vertex. So we have our notes organized. Vertex. So we do f of, we plug in our axis of symmetry 2 for all the x's. So 1/2 parenthesis 2 squared minus 2 parenthesis 2 minus 1. And then we use order of operations, which says you square it before you multiply by 1/2. So we square 2 before you multiply by 1/2. 1/2 times 4 minus 4 minus 1. So 2 minus 4 minus 1. What is our vertex? 2, negative 3. Now, some of us forgot the next step, but what should we do next? Hayden? Let's find the y-intercept. How do we find the y-intercept? Plug in 0 for x. So we do f of 0. Plug in 0 for x. So 1/2, 0 squared minus 2 times 0 minus 1. So that's the y-intercept. What do we get? 0, comma, negative 1. Do we need to change our scale for any of this stuff that we're graphing? Is that all going to fit? Is that going to fit? Okay, let's go graph it. X equals 2 is our axis of symmetry. We've got vertex at 2, negative 3. Y-intercept at 0, negative 1. And I see some of you are already doing the next thing. What should we do next? That mirror point for the y-intercept. Yeah, let's go 2 units over on the other side. How many points have I plotted? 3. What do I need minimally? 5. So let's pick something to plug in to find another ordered pair. Do you want to plug in a negative number or a positive number? Up to you. You want to plug in positive? Okay. When I plug it in, I'm going to have to square the number and then multiply it by 1/2. Should I plug in positive 5 or should I plug in positive 6? What do you think? I'm going to have to square it and then multiply by 1/2. What do you think I should multiply by? Or plug in? 6, yeah. Let's not do 5. Let's do 6. So we'll do f of 6. So 1/2, 6 squared minus 2 times 6 minus 1. So we get 1/2 of 36 minus 12 minus 1. 18, take away 13. So the ordered pair 6, what? Help me out. Timothy, what do we get? I'm just doing 18 minus 13. Right, so I plugged in 6, and then when I simplified everything, I got 5 out, so that's my ordered pair 6, 5. So I'm going to plot it, 6, 5. And then there is a mirror point to 6, 5. Over here. So all of that is review from last class. The next thing we do is review from previous class. In the directions, it now says, describe the domain and range of the function. And then after that, we'll talk about where the function is increasing and decreasing, which is the only thing new today, the increasing and decreasing. So let's describe the domain and range of the function. See, domain, remember that's the input values, that's the left to right. Where's this graph from left to right? All real numbers. Every single quadratic function is all real numbers for domain. Then my range, it does not go all the way down and all the way up. How low does it go? How low does it go? -3, and then it goes up from there. So we write y is greater than equal to -3. That's why it didn't really look like a U shape. No. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to describe where it is increasing, decreasing, and everybody's going to ride this quadratic like it is a roller coaster. But you only are allowed to ride the same way you read, from left to right. We only ride from left to right. Kings Island got a new roller coaster this year. Their budget was a little low. I always sit in the front. Where do you guys sit? You don't like roller coasters? Yeah, for the Woodstock Express, every time. What? That's my favorite ride. It used to be called the Beastie. That was the very first roller coaster I ever rode. But now I take my kids. We spend a lot of time in this there. It's nice. My kids are too short to ride anything fun. What is your favorite ride? Have you been? Have you been on the new one? The Mystic Timbers? I like that one a lot.
It was too fast and like.
Okay, so
roller coaster.
I will say,
It was like not very.
if you sit in the front seat, I will say, if you sit in the front seat, you get so much airtime, like you're like basically floating half the time, and that was so cool. The first time I rode it, I wasn't in the front seat, it wasn't as cool, front seat all the way.
Not like last year, not like fast. It was
Yeah, like the Adventure
over,
Express.
like 30 seconds.
That's all you do on Adventure Express. Okay. Anyway, so we only ride left to right. Left to right. Now, where is this graph increasing? Where is it increasing? How do you describe where it's increasing when you ride the roller coaster? Starting from the vertex to the right. Okay, but I'm not going to say of the vertex. I'm going to actually have a number, and I'm not even going to go by the vertex because we're talking left or right. I'm going to talk about the axis of symmetry, which is just our x value. Left or right is always x's. So we're going to say to the right of what x value? 2. So increasing to the right of x equals 2. And then we have to describe decreasing where's it decreasing? To the left of x equals 2. Okay, we're going to do one more. There's some student practice. I told you to write some of them. Okay. There's like some student practice. We'll just do one of them. Same thing. Let's do B. Let's do B. So what do you guys need to find first? Axis of symmetry. Then what? Vertex. Then what? Y-intercept. Then graphic. Go ahead and work on that while I'm getting your graph. We're doing function B. There's 2 to choose from. We're doing B. Axis symmetry, x equals negative b over 2a. So we do negative, what's our b? 5 over 2 times what's our a? Negative 1. So we get negative 5 over negative 2. The negatives cancel out, they reduce, and we get 5 halves. Or 2.5. So x equals 2.5. Vertex, we're going to plug in x equals 2.5 into the equation. So h of 2.5. Negative 2.5 squared plus 5 times 2.5 plus 9. Am I okay with you using a calculator on a question like this with the decimals? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Just make sure that we square the 2.5 first, then we make it negative. If you have the graphing calculator and you type that in with the parenthesis, your calculator will do order of operations for you. It will do the order of operations as long as you have the parentheses there. It will do the order of operations for you. You can put it all in one line. I got 15.25. So 2.5 comma 15.25 would be our vertex. How do we do y-intercept? F of 0. Plug in 0 for x. So we do negative 0 squared plus 5 times 0 plus 9. So it is 0, 9. Do I need to change my scale? Yeah, I'm going to need to change my scale. I think I'm just going to count my 2's on the y, but I can't read your mind. If you do change your scale, you do need to go over and like say, hey, I'm changing my scale. There, I did it. I changed my scale. I'm only counting by 1's on the y on the x-axis, so I don't need to write anything. So I'm going to graph my axis symmetry at 2.5. So 1, 2.5. My vertex is at 2.5 and then 15.25. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15.25, I just have to approximate it. Y-intercept at 0, 9. and there is a mirror point to that y-intercept. That is 2.5 the other direction. What ordered pair should we, x should we plug in to find one more point? What do you think? It's up to you. What are you guys thinking? Plug in. Somebody say a number. Reed, what are you going to plug in? 8? That's going to be like way down off the graph.
6.
6? Yeah. I would plug in 6. I might plug in -1 also. Or either, I mean. But 6 and -1 are going to mirrors of each other. So we'll plug in 6. So f of 6, -6 squared plus 5 times 6 plus 9. So you get -36 plus 30 plus 9. We get 3. Is that right? Is it 3? That's 3, right?
Yeah.
I feel like my graph doesn't look right. Does your graph look the same as mine? I feel like my graph doesn't look right. Anybody? Does it look the same as mine or not?
Oh my gosh, somebody had to wait. Just 2.
Oh, okay. With the green dots. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was just doing that to see if you knew what I did wrong. Just testing you. Thank you, guys. Okay, so we go to 6, and then it was up to 3, which is actually way down here. I knew something looked weird. All right, now it looks more like a U shape. Okay, then you just have to describe the domain and range, and then the increasing, decreasing. So, domain. Remember that day we did this over and over again? Domain. I'll run numbers. Then range. What's the lowest point? What's the highest point? Does it go all the way down? What do the arrows mean? Does it go all the way down? I would follow my scale, but does it go all the way down? What's the highest point? 15.25. It's that vertex. That's the highest point, 15.25. So it's going to be that y is less than or equal to 15.25. That's going to be our range. It's just the vertex every single time, the y part. And then the increasing and decreasing part has to do with the x part of the vertex every single time. So we're riding our roller coaster. We only ride it left to right. So it's increasing where? What side? Increasing on the left of x equals 2.5. And then it means decreasing the right of x equals 2.5. So I've got 2 minutes to hand you graph paper. You will need 8 graphs. We're doing exactly what we did in class today, regardless of what the directions say. Exactly what we did in class today. There are 8 questions. This graph paper has 6 graphs per paper, so you need 2 of them.
Good afternoon, staff and students. Some afternoon announcements. French Club is meeting in the community room today after school. Softball open field canceled today. Cross Country canceled this afternoon. The West Arts and Crafts Show is October 7th and 8th. Sign up now to volunteer in the front office. And the girls' tennis versus Lakota East has been postponed. That's all for the afternoon announcements, and as always, go Firebirds.
Okay, did everybody get 2 sheets of graph paper? If not, you know where my room is. You come get some. We have XH for 2 days in a row before I see you. Come get help if you need it. Thank you.
Good job.
Come get help if you need it.
I dropped it in the hallway and it rolled into
Everywhere. Yep. Yeah. Let's see if I need to print them or if I have them. All right.
I can't stay today, but is it possible I can come in the morning tomorrow
I'll be here.
or in the morning?
You need a pass. What?
Oh, I'm saying we'll get it.
Oh, 7:15 because you need enough time to take it. So, but you're going to need a pass.
I just write a pass on my planner and just sign it?
Yes, yes. Here. Is this one of them? Yeah, this is one of them. Yeah. This is one of them. And I actually think I threw away the other one, but I can print it off real fast if you have a second. I do. But I do think I threw away that one. What?
I just wrote the date in like the class. I didn't.
And we just put 7:15 here.
Okay.
That way they like let you come back and they don't have to call me and you just get back here right away.
Okay. Thank you.
If you are late, I might have gone to the bathroom or something. So if you are late and you're not right here at 7:15, just wait a moment. Okay.
I'll try to like come over early.
Okay. All right. One. Review. Hi.
So I couldn't come here to integrate this too.
Oh, you want to do that now?